So my name is Akiko Yamagata and I'm the outlets manager. And so I oversee the cafes and the restaurant that are operated by the Cater Fair in the Boston Public Library. The Tea Room is one of, I think, the sort of hidden jewels in Boston and certainly in the Back Bay. The room overlooks the courtyard of the Boston Public Library. The McKim building is a historic landmark, and the Italianate courtyard is one that is one of the sort of most famous, I think, sort of iconic places within the Back Bay area. It's sort of this elegant, sort of refined tea room, but not stuffy. Our staff is sort of very friendly and informal in sort of the way that they make you feel welcome. We serve traditional afternoon tea, which includes tea sandwiches, scones, and petit four, and then a wide selection of loose leaf teas that are made available by our partner, Mem Tea, in Watertown. Sort of a point of visual interest and also visual curiosity. You see people with tiered trays and grandmothers with their granddaughters having tea like right outside along the courtyard windows. So seeing the sort of new faces in the Back Bay has been, I think, something that's been really wonderful in terms of the growth of the patronage of the library and then certainly of the tea room. We have another cafe called the Newsfeed Cafe in the Johnson building where the emphasis is on sort of community events. And we've seen people from all over the Back Bay and Copley come to our beer tasting events and sort of literary trivia, open mic nights, and shows with WGBH. So that's been really wonderful. And having that kind of extension of our operations and an expansion, because we offer events there, we've really been able to bring people into this other side of what we do as well. We are planning to do sort of more events in this space as well. So we are planning to do things like tea tastings here with our vendor Mem Tea. We're also considering sort of other ways that we can bring people together around either literature or conversation, things that profile the role of women leaders in our community. We're also thinking about events that sort of profile sort of fashion that's happening in Boston. So there are a lot of ideas that are simmering. We're not ready to announce them quite yet, but there's a lot that's coming down the pike that we're interested about. We've been serving afternoon tea here since 2009, so it's going on a decade, and our focus on the afternoon tea is really kind of on sort of a traditional format, but with some tweaks that are offered by our chef. And that was very much a part of sort of wanting to preserve, I think, the tradition that is inherent in this building. And so we actually used to serve lunch and tea. We currently are focused on afternoon tea exclusively. And so as that becomes our only focus, we'll be introducing sort of more select teas. For example, we also now serve oolong and whites, which we didn't serve until recently. We have a rotating sort of tea of the month. For the last month, it's been a spicy turmeric tonic because it's winter and everyone sort of needs to be healthy, but we'll be moving on to something that's more spring-like in March. And then in terms of sort of interesting trivia about the room, so the chandelier that hangs in the center of this room, which is this beautiful sort of globe, it sort of has this ring around it and has sort of a couple of sort of dolphins, or I think they're fish at the top. And that chandelier used to hang in the grand staircase of the McKim building. So when you first walk into the building, there's that grand staircase, and now there's a chandelier that has small sort of globe lights around it. But the chandelier was moved from there to the Courtyard restaurant in the late 90s, or to this space in the late 90s. We weren't here yet, and it was part of a renovation.